when most of the news is talking about Brexit and how we're moving away from Europe in that sense, there is one band that's kind of moving in and doing the old entente cordiale, as Malcolm put it this morning, reaching out the hand of art and creativity and friendship as a Worcestershire-based quartet, fronted by a singer from Paris who now lives in Redditch, are going to be playing at Malvern on Friday. Let's hear more about Montparnasse with Celine, the lead singer. Bonjour.
Hello.
Celine was just telling me what she had for breakfast. Whenever we do a check on the mic before we start an interview, we say, just so I can get some level on your voice, tell me what you had for breakfast. And you had?
I had a pain au chocolat. I know it sounds really, really corny, but it's the truth. I have one every day.
You were just saying you can take the girl out of Paris, but you can't take the France out of the girl, right?
It's true. I've been here a long time, and still home comforts are really close to my heart, and love it here. But it's old habits, and yeah.
It's so lovely to hear your accent because I can hear a little bit of the Midlands in there mixed with this beautiful French accent. And how long have you been here now and what brought you here?
I came to study. I was a music student in France, and I took the exam to the Paris Conservatoire. I wanted to become a flautist and failed my theory. And I sort of thought, what can I do now? I know, I'll come to England and learn some good English. And I did a degree in political science.
Hang on a minute. Did you speak English before you came here?
I was straight out of my A-level. So I thought I spoke English until I found myself in a lecture on politics. And all I had on my pad was the date. And I thought, what are they talking about? So it was a bit brave and a bit mad. But I'm one to take risks and try new things all the time.
And it worked out. You got your degree.
I got my degree.
That's incredible. That's incroyable.
Incroyable.
See, I did A-level French, and you think, well, I know it all now. And then the last time I went to Paris, I was like, I'll find directions. I'll find where we're going. But the French like you to try, don't they?
They do, and I think a lot of people appreciate that. What people complain about, though, is that as soon as they realise you're English, they want to practice their own English with you, and they don't let you carry on.
It's true.
And I think it must be frustrating for somebody who wants to practice their French to go to France and be confronted with people who want to speak English to them all the time. But I find a sign language and a little goes a long way when you go abroad.
Yeah.
It's all about making contact, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
And if you make a fool of yourself because you say something in a funny way and you make them laugh, well, you've made a contact.
Of course,
and
yeah.
you've broken the ice, and there you have a rapport with somebody. So people shouldn't be worried about saying things the wrong way. I've been used to it for years.
I'm sure. So from Paris to you're in Redditch now?
Yes, I know.
It's a bit different.
Yeah, it is different, but Redditch is quite a good town, and if anybody's listening out there from Redditch, I'm sure they'll agree with me. It's a lovely little town centre. It's close. It's great if you've got a car. You can actually drive out of Redditch and visit the countrysides, and close enough to Birmingham without being too, into the hustle and bustle of the big city.
Yeah,
and
sure.
It's nice.
Yeah,
Very
I used to
nice.
live there. Yeah, it's great. I don't have a bad word to say about it. It's good.
Yeah.
Now, Montparnasse, have I pronounced that correctly?
Montparnasse.
Montparnasse.
Yes.
Is that all right?
Yes.
Hey.
And that is the, if you've ever been to Paris, there's a big black skyscraper in the middle of Paris. That's a Montparnasse Tower.
Oh, okay.
And actually, as a bit of a tip to anybody who wants to visit Paris, don't go up the Eiffel Tower, go up the Montparnasse Tower.
Oh, okay.
Because from the Montparnasse Tower, there's no queuing, first of all. It's cheaper. And you get to see the Eiffel Tower from it.
Superb.
If you're on the Eiffel Tower, what you want to see is the Eiffel Tower, but you're on it. So, Montparnasse Tower. And I used to rollerblade there. There's a rollerblade esplanade at the bottom. And I used to spend my Wednesdays, because Wednesday's a day off school in France, rollerblading with my friends. And so it brought back a lot of memories. And we thought, let's call it Montparnasse. Yeah. A bit of a mouthful for people to say, Montparnasse.
It's nice, though. It's nice. And the thing about it, immediately, you are transported just by the name to something a little more exotic, something a bit more romantic, and when you listen to the music, you are taken straight away from the place. You are somewhere else. It's a beautiful thing. How did you go from political science to making the band?
Well, I kept my interest in music throughout my adult life, but really was bumping into trio roast beefs by chance at Birmingham Art Fest. Chris, who's next to me, he's not saying anything, but is the guitarist in our band, was playing at Birmingham Art Fest some gypsy jazz. Yeah. And I was just watching the band, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to contact them. And I don't know what possessed me to this day. I contacted them and said, I really like what you did, but you could really do with a French singer. And they got back to me and said, we're quite interested. Next thing I know, I was auditioning for the band. And within 3 weeks, I was singing in pubs and clubs. And we did a bit of gypsy stuff and jazz stuff. But we quickly realised that really I speak French, obviously. I speak Spanish. And we could probably bring something else to the music circuit out there. And so we decided to do our own thing and do mainly French and Spanish and a bit of jazz standards and revisit them and change them around and give them a modern twist and bring to life lifelong tunes that people know, but make them our own.
What sort of tunes? What are we talking about?
Well, in the French repertoire, we've got Piaf, obviously, Georges Brassens, who's a guitarist, singer-songwriter, lovely little songs. We have a wide range of composers. We do Nougaro, and there's a quirky singer-songwriter called San Severino. He is quite modern, and he does songs on really quirky topics like losing weight, going to your grandma's funeral, but in a funny way, smoking, and we've adapted some of his songs as well. And
are you singing them in French?
Yes.
And how's that work then for British audiences? How are they taking to that? Because not all of them are going to speak French.
They're not, but I think that's part of our unique sound, that we bring something that they're not going to see everywhere else. I know there's people out there who do French stuff, but people appreciate that because suddenly they're transported, like you said, somewhere else. We have a lot of people who come to at the end of our concerts and say, "Oh my goodness, I feel like I've been abroad tonight." So it's kind of our USP. We do something that people are not going to find everywhere else.
Can we have a listen to you? Because you've got your album there. So
our version of Fever is quite interesting because people know the tune, but we do it in French.
Toujours par un lit. Je n'ai plus quitté la chambre dès l'instant où elle est entrée dans ma vie. Dites-moi, docteur, docteur, pourquoi ai-je la fièvre nuit et jour? Docteur, guérissez-moi, j'ai mal du côté de mon amour.
I noticed that fever isn't fever, obviously, in French. It's
Docteur.
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 As in like a doctor. I would have expected that to be doctor.
No, well, actually, the track tells the story of a man who's eaten up by love and he's looking for a remedy.
Oh, I see.
To get himself cured from this love that he feels for someone else. So he calls a doctor.
Oh, okay. So fever is docteur. In French. It's brilliant. It's Montparnasse and it's taken from Dans les cafés voisins.
Yep.
That's the album if you want to get your hands on it. Montparnassemusic.com is the website if you want to have a look and check these guys out. They're absolutely fantastic. And coming to the Coach House Theatre in Malvern on March the 17th. So this Friday, continue to just bring us something that is really classy and really does take you off to another place. It's top quality stuff. Montparnasse, just a fantastic band. And Celine, thank you so much for talking to us.
No, thanks for having me.
Travel Update.